Hey everyone, I am going to be going over our entire Airbnb Kickstart course. I'm super excited and not sure when you're going to be watching or listening to this, but if you do see this right now, the day that we are releasing this video and podcast, on the video, you're seeing behind me some Christmas gifts. I want to give to you a Christmas gift. Our Airbnb Kickstart course, 20% off. I was going to only do this up until December 20th. But to be honest, I just think that because of the Christmas spirit that we should have this all the way through Christmas. So what we're going to be doing is up until midnight of December 25th, that's Pacific Standard Time, we are going to have a 20% discount on our Airbnb course, which is actually over 250, actually it's about $250 off our course, which is really, really cool. And so I figured for you that are listening, again, whether you are watching right now before Christmas or if you're like, dang, I missed that 20% discount, this is an opportunity to for over just either under or just barely over $1,000 investment in yourself, which I always talk about as the best investment you can make, to create a possibly six-figure, almost completely passive Airbnb business. Like, think about that for a second. People go to school and get into crazy student debt in the six figures just to go get a teaching job that's going to pay $50,000 a year, which, by the way, we need teachers. So I'm not ragging on teachers. I love teachers. My mom was a teacher for 35 years. But I'm talking about literally a small investment in yourself that is going to help create possibly a six-figure, almost completely passive business, just like I have. And that's the thing is, I'm walking the walk, I'm talking the talk. I'm not going to try to pitch you something that I have not done myself. I'm not showing you the Ferraris and airplanes when I don't own them. You know what I mean? So what I want to do today, and as always, I always like to put things on both um, our YouTube channel and our podcast, which is going to show you and give you the audio as well. But if you're listening, I'm going to paint the best picture for you so you can kind of walk through and hear exactly what our course has to offer. And before I get into that, I want to make sure that you understand this is exactly where I started. I bought a course in April of 2019 about how to get an Airbnb without actually owning the property. And then from there, I got my first listing within a month. I had 6 by the end of the year. And now today, less than 18 months later, we are up to 25, about to be 27 properties on Airbnb, which is netting us over $250,000 per year, which means we're right around $20,000 net per month, and that's only going up. I mean, the numbers have been crazy to see this thing grow. But what I want to show you now is the course and how to get to it and how to understand what you're going to get from it, and understanding exactly just how I'm reducing all the risk for you by giving you an out. So let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen here and I'm going to just walk you through everything. Give me just 1 second here as I go to my site and share screen. Okay. So we are on my website now. I think, oh, wait, no. Now we are on my website. So you're going to see fearlesskyle.com. And then all you're going to do is go to this Airbnb tab right here, and you're going to click on the Airbnb Kickstart course. And so right here on the Airbnb Kickstart course, all you're going to do is click on Learn More. It's going to take you right to our page for how you can purchase the course. But on this page is tons of information that you're going to learn about the course. I have a 10-minute video right here that is telling you a little bit more about the course, which is what I'm doing for you right now. But I also have testimonials in here from students that really did take the course and got great success. Guys that bought the course and within a week had one meeting and got their first arbitrage property, which is like the best I've heard from the experience. And then other people who have accumulated 3 or 4 properties within the first 90 days of downloading this course, which is creating upwards of $3,000 to $4,000 of cash flow for them every single month. It's just crazy to think. Again, like, we're doing this at $997. So here's the pricing. You can see it. You can either do it at $997 right now before December 25th at midnight on 2020, or 3 payments of $367, or this is just going to go up 25%, which means this will be at $1,247 after Christmas. So what are you getting? You're learning how to master, automate, scale an Airbnb business that can pay you 6 figures passively. online course that comes with legal docs, marketing material. I'm going to show you all that here in a second. You get 2 months of our group coaching in our exclusive Airbnb Kickstart Mastermind Facebook group. And then after that, it's $97 per month after the first 60 days. If you do wish to stay in, that is not a requirement. And then you get to learn every single system that I implement in my business. And oh, by the way, if you're still not sure what you're getting, all you have to do is click right here to book a call with me, and I'll get on the call with you for 10, 15 minutes, answer all your questions. I'll even see if this is a good fit for you by answering some questions for you based on what you're looking for out of Airbnb. That's all you got to do is just click right there to set up a call with me. But guys, here's the cool thing is at the end of the day, I have a 100% money back guarantee for 30 days. There's some small print that shows here of what you need to actually do in order to get that money back guarantee, which is very simple. You do the homework, you show that you've actually called and met with leads. And then let's see, was one other thing here. And then you record a couple conversations that you've actually had with landlords. And I do that straight from my phone. That's easy. If you've done that, then and you still don't get results in the first 30 days, and I'm giving you your money back. That's how confident I am that this course is going to help you to be able to build an amazing business. So let's say you went ahead and purchased it. Now I'm going to show you exactly what you're getting out of that course. So you purchase it, you log in, and here's the cool thing. I think this is cool because I want this to be bite size. So what I'm showing you here is you get the Kickstart course. And if you notice, as you're watching this, if you're not watching, you're listening, I'm going to tell you, I'm showing the entire menu of modules. We have 9 modules that are going to help you master, automate, and scale this business. But the modules after the first one are actually, there's a little lock button on it, which means that you cannot go and watch that video or go through that module until you've actually watched the first one and gone through each one. So you'll even see down here at the bottom, there's a little progress bar. It's going to show you how quickly you're coming along. You click on next post and you get to go to the next one and the next one and the next one until you get through the entire thing. So I'm going to show you the back end so I can actually get you to all of these modules, but this is what I get to see and edit at any time. And I'm always editing this course. I just went in before I released this new one for you. I updated a bunch of stuff, including adding a module that literally shows you how I've scaled this business in such a short amount of time and how you can do the same thing. So I'm always adding value, and I'm not always raising the price when I add more value. I want to see you guys get results. So here's all the modules from start to finish. We got a welcome one. That's not really a module, but I like to give you a little welcome there. Starting your business. So number 1, what's in starting your business? Obviously setting the expectations for the course. I'm talking about the short-term rentals industry in general here and why it's so strong. I talk about why you need to start an LLC. That's important. I even have a couple referrals for you to be able to go to really affordable ones that aren't going to gouge you and make you spend thousands of dollars to start an LLC. The way in which it's formed, though, is really important. And that's why I use the couple that I do use. How you can create an Airbnb business without actually owning the property or with owning the property. So I talk about really, guys, like the whole idea behind this course is to make money a non-issue and to help you scale. So what does making money a non-issue mean? It means that you're either getting into properties that you don't own, as an arbitrage model, which at this point you probably know what arbitrage is. You are basically leasing it from the landlord and then subleasing it on Airbnb with their permission. Or you're managing for other people, which means that they're financially responsible for the property and you're just taking a piece of whatever you help them to be able to make on a monthly basis. That is the best way to do it because you literally have zero financial responsibility to the property, zero financial risk at all, and you're making money. It's an infinite return on your money. It's amazing. But I also own properties, and I talk about how you can own properties creatively. And then I have marketing material here for you. So what's cool about this is in this marketing material, I actually give you my exact trifold brochure that I give to landlords as I'm pitching to them. And you'll even see here, if you go back to the top, if you scale all the way down on this tab, all downloadable files are right here. And here's just some examples of them. The trifold brochure of which I pitch to landlords. Our addendum that we add when we have landlords that agree to subletting out or allowing us to sublet on Airbnb, we put that in an addendum so that it protects them and protects us. I've got my Airbnb calculators. I've got our promissory note. So promissory note is when we own a property and we're, when we not own a property, when we are asking for a loan from the investors that are going to help pay for furniture and pay for our startup costs, we have a promissory note. And that's one that I got straight from my lawyer that you get to use. Now, disclaimer on that, you should do it based on your state. So make sure that you aren't just using this and trusting it. Take it to your lawyer, make sure that they understand what it is and that it looks good. My script that I use with investors to try to raise money, my teammate interview script. So how I'm interviewing to get interior designers, to get cleaners, to get handymen at the best prices possible. That can save you hundreds. I mean, guys, we've got literally 25 properties that usually once a day we're sending a handyman or a subcontractor over there. If that stuff adds up, we're losing a lot of our profits. So you got to get people at the best prices. Checklists for cleaning, for shopping, for all these things that you want to get for the properties. How we do our house manual. You can literally copy and paste and just make the exact same house manual. Shopping lists, house rules, how to pre-screen guests, our 5-star communication, 5-touch system, everything right there. All of our downloadable files for you to be able to use, adopt, and then implement into your business. This took me 5 years to put together, and you get it all in one course. That's how awesome this is. So then the second module, finding the property. How do you find the property? Locating the property, defining what your market is and how to be able to market within that property. Are you going to do a house? Or are you going to do an apartment? Comp a property with AirDNA. I literally show you how to be able to comp AirDNA properties. I talk to a lot of professional people in Airbnb, and they always tell me the same thing. It's hard to predict what you're going to make with an Airbnb. I don't think so. I think there is a formula and a system that you can use to know whether you're going to make money or not. And I teach that right here in Finding the Perfect Property. So how would you like to have that competitive advantage right now to be able to say, hey, while some pros still don't even know if they're going to make money or not, and they're just kind of gambling and rolling the dice, which is exactly what Warren Buffett tells you not to do, why not understand exactly how to analyze it? And I show you how to do that with AirDNA and also with Airbnb. Showing you how to use our Airbnb profit calculator, finding leads on Craigslist, Facebook, or Zillow. Those are the ways in which I find the properties. And then also how to use your network to find properties as well. That's a big one. And then we're showing you once you find basically an address, how do you know if it's a good one? Like I don't want to be, if I have a full-time job, I don't want to be going out to properties all day long and having to like skip my job or to skip time with my family. How do you save time without having to actually go to the property? I'm showing you right here in this module on how to find a good property. Now, here's a really cool thing. And I do this in every module. There's module homework so that you should literally, you should not be going on to each module until you actually finish these homework assignments. So like, for example, in module 2 here, your homework is to define your market. Is it a want or a need market? You'll understand what that means when you go into the course. You log into Airbnb and message a few hosts asking for some tips about properties that they've been hosting. I literally give you how to do that and why to do that in the course. And then practice. You're going to find 5 leads. You're going to conduct 3 appointments. You're going to comp the 3 leads, and you're going to evaluate 3 properties with the Airbnb Profit Calculator. Do not move on to module 3 until you have completed that on module 2. If you do that, and that's very bite-sized. Like I hear about people doing courses and they're like, yeah, go find 100 properties. That would just like deflate me. I don't have time for that. I don't have the energy. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. Why don't we start with very small bite-sized things that are going to get us feeling like we're making progress? And that's exactly what my point is in having the homework here for you. Next module is raising money and marketing. Holy cow. Like how great would it be if you just knew right now how to raise money so that you didn't have to worry about the $15,000 of furnishing and amenities that you have to get, plus the security deposit and the first month's rent. And you can be cash flowing in a property that you have no money in. That would be great, right? That's what this one is all about. And then for the marketing side of it, finding warm leads, why we post on social media, how to utilize social media, and basically creating an irresistible offer is another great way that can be for both the listing that we're putting on Airbnb and also for raising money. And this one right here, I mean, this is to me is one of the most valuable modules that we have because again, the whole goal is to make money a non-issue, right? So raising money is huge. Build your team. That's great. How to find the best teammates, the role of your manager, how to develop that person into a manager, just like what I've done in my business, how to interview and negotiate those prices that I was talking about with all your contractors on the next module. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Module number 5 is the listing setup. I literally walk you through how I make a listing on Airbnb. So all you have to do is just watch that and copy it. That's one of the most valuable things I'll tell you right now. If you've never made a listing on Airbnb, it could be very daunting. Do I do flexible or do I do moderate cancellation policy? Do I add in a barbecue grill or do I not? And so there's these things that you're like, how do I know this? How do I know to do the pricing? How do I know the minimum amount of days or the maximum amount of days? This is literally showing you exactly how to do that. What types of amenities you should be getting with the shopping list as well. Let's see what else we have here. So the tips inside your listing. So I will literally walk you through one of my listings and show you what to be putting on there, including signage and the types of products that we're using, from Nest thermostats to Honeywell thermostats to all the locks that we use. And then I gave you a really big study session on the Airbnb algorithm. That's a big thing. If you don't understand the Airbnb algorithm, you're going to have tons of vacancies and you don't understand why. Why is Kyle getting 95% occupancy and I'm getting 70% occupancy and we're in the same market? A lot of it has to do just straight up with the Airbnb algorithm. So that is module number 5. Module number 6, as we're getting towards the end here, communication with your guests. The most daunting thing in this entire business is knowing if I have an Airbnb listing up and I'm not next to my phone, I might be losing money, or I might be having a guest with a really bad experience and have no idea. And now suddenly your business controls you instead of you controlling your business. And so I'm showing you how to literally automate this process, at least 80% of it. And then the remaining 20%, how to outsource it. And how to make sure that your guests are going to be leaving you 5-star reviews. We have over 750 reviews over 5 years, and that is a 4.9 star rating. I know lots of Airbnb professionals that are doing this for 10 years, still not super hosts because they don't know how to get 5-star reviews from their guests. I'm showing you exactly how to do that by just planting some simple seeds into the guest's mind. And you're going to learn that here in the communication with your guest module. Then from there, creating systems. Holy cow. Like, I keep going back to other Airbnb professionals. I know some Airbnb people that are literally like going to the properties themselves, have 20 different properties, and they're in different markets and they're driving overnight to go to stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not freedom. That's once again, your business is controlling you. And there's no way that you're getting into this just for the money. You're getting into it for the time freedom too. Am I right? So creating systems is super important to understand how to make sure that things are taken care of, whether you're asleep, whether you're on vacation, or whether you're just in bad cell service, so that you know that your business is still running and growing on its own, right? Like, that's the thing. That's the mark of a true entrepreneur, is that when they can remove themselves from the situation and remove themselves from the business, that the business not only continues to run, it continues to grow. That's exciting. Then, and so some of those systems, our cleaning crew system, getting them on the same page of how to clean each property and how to check in and let us know that they've cleaned the properties without us having to check in with them. Sorry, the alarm just went off. Then with our neighbor system, are we talking to neighbors? Why are we talking to neighbors? Why are we not talking to neighbors? I give you a few different options there. Pricing, understanding how to price your place, how to manage your listings, how to manage the inventory that's in each one of your properties without you having to go there. Our check-in and check-out systems, our filing a claim system to make sure that Airbnb pays us if the guest does not. And then our keyless entry system as well. And then we also have a nice little module here or a little sub module that I added called tracking your performance. As you build this business, you want to be able to track everything that you're making and spending. And that's exactly what I'm showing you there. Then automation. So systems, different than automation, but at the same time, very similar. But automation to me is technology and also taking yourself out of the equation so that when these systems are put in place, now the automation of the systems is now helping you to be able to remove yourself even more. So Smart B&B is one great tool that we talk about. I teach you how to use it. Beyond Pricing is another great tool. And then our automation business model, I literally show you like the family tree look of how we're automating our business and how many people go to each property, how many people one manager can handle, all that good stuff. And then how to automate our teammates and how we use virtual assistants as well. Virtual assistants is something that when you get to 10, 15, 20 properties, or maybe even your first property, you want to start using right away. And I'm showing you how to find them, how to use them. And then lastly, scaling. How are we scaling it? How are we getting leads? How are we structuring our management? How are we giving the management pitch? And then I give you some really cool hacks that are going to create passive additional streams of income for you within your business by helping other people as well. That's what's really cool. So with all that being said, as if that's not enough value, guys, then for the first 2 months, you're going to be a part of our Airbnb Kickstart Mastermind group, where I'm actually going through it right now and I'm showing you. I'm doing live Q&As and teachings on a weekly basis. Here's the most recent one, how to survive the slow seasons. I'm doing a 30-minute video. It's literally teaching you how to get through a slow season without actually sacrificing your pay. Then we've got some of our students are posting stuff in here as well to add value, which is great. I love that we're creating a community where everyone is sharing and experiencing these things together. And then here's another example of one, guest communication templates. As that pops up in front, guest communication templates. I do an entire thing on that. More success from our students. I just love seeing all this stuff. So anyway, I even walk you through some of my properties here. All these to be said, as we kind of wrap up here, I want to make sure I touched on everything. Yeah, I did. So like, where in the world can you find this much value in under $1,250, or if you're buying this before Christmas, under $1,000, to be able to create a business that's almost completely scaled, or sorry, almost completely automated, almost completely passive, and that you can scale. And again, I had so much success so quickly with Airbnb, and I saw how quickly this thing can grow, and then really tested this course out on just a select few. We only tested out on about 12 people, and they got results. And that was so exciting for me that I said, I can start to share this with my audience. I can start to share this with people that are trying to book calls with me and have conversations about Airbnb and what to do next. There's so many questions out there, and here it is all for you. A course that shows you whether you want to arbitrage, manage, or own properties, how to master scale and automate that process to be almost completely passive. And that is something I'm very excited about. I hope you see that I'm excited about that. And I hope you see that you have a great opportunity to go get this course right now, or to book a call with me. Again, just go to fearlesskyle.com. You go to the Airbnb tab and click on the Airbnb Kickstart course, and all that is going to be right there for you. And at the end of the day, when you got a 30-day money-back guarantee and you've done the work, then what the heck do you have to lose? If you want this bad enough, if you're listening to this video and you are following my podcast and YouTube channel, at this point, you are already at a point where you want something bad enough, right? I mean, I think I'm speaking to you right now. You want a different lifestyle. You want to be able to have freedom to be with your family, to be with your friends, to travel, to give back to your community, to not have to check your bank account every time you're going out to dinner, or after a vacation, feel like, holy cow, now I got to save up for the next one. Those are the things that I think everyone should have the chance to get if they truly do want it and are ready to put in the work. And so, no, you're not going to get results if you just download this course and then go through it and do nothing. You're going to only get results if you do the work. And so I'm excited for you to get it. I'm excited for you to download it and to do the work and to be in an action plus knowledge mindset, not just knowledge. Knowledge is not power. Action plus knowledge is power. So guys, thank you so much for watching this. I hope this gives a little bit of value and understanding to what the course is going to be about. And I hope you download it so that you can go out and conquer the world of Airbnb. Thanks so much.